15th will mark the one-year anniversary of the Boston bombings. The series of 2 attacks took place at the finish line, you'll recall, of last year's Boston Marathon. 3 people died and hundreds were injured in the attack. Runners from all over the world have, of course, competed in the event, including many from right here in the Ozarks. Our Linda Ong spoke with one local man who is returning after competing in last year's marathon, alongside another runner who will be there racing in the event for the first time.
To qualify and then compete in the Boston Marathon is a goal of many runners. The premier event draws tens of thousands of runners and around 500,000 spectators who cheer along the route. 1 year after the Boston bombings, runners say the resilience of the running community, Boston, and the nation still remains strong. After 20 years of training, Eric Wilbur finally qualified for his first Boston Marathon.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, it had been a lifelong dream, and there it was.
But the joy of crossing the finish line soon came to a screeching halt. 20 minutes after Wilbur finished the race, 2 consecutive bombs went off, killing 3 people and injuring hundreds.
I've never been that close to that kind of harm and carnage that took place, and I just didn't feel right. I mean, I just, in my mind, how can I celebrate when so many were injured and then so many didn't get to finish the race?
Wilbur walked away unharmed, but it took him months to train again and to talk about the tragedy. He says this year's marathon is extra special. He has qualified for the 2nd time in a row.
It is going to mean that I'll be able to finally, close out last year's accomplishment, and then also recap it with being able to qualify again. Has just been a lifelong dream. I can't be happier.
Paul Maness has also qualified for the marathon and will compete in the event for the first time.
First thing I'm going to do when I get to Boston is go to the finish line. So probably take some shoes and leave them.
Wilbur and Maness will be joining more than 36,000 other runners at the Boston Marathon. They plan to cross the 26-mile course with the spirit of Boston strong.
What the bombers didn't work. It did the opposite. It made everyone fired up to get back there. And, we're coming back, and I didn't hear one person say, I'm not going up there.
Both say crossing the finish line will mean more than earning a coveted medal.
I think it's going to be extremely emotional.
Every runner that makes it or doesn't make it, we're all a big running community in the world, and on that day, we're all going to be in Boston supporting each other.
Wilbur and Maness have been running about 40 to 50 miles a week to train. Maness said there will be about 20 runners from the Ozarks who will be competing in this year's event. The 118th Boston Marathon will take place on April 21st.
And we wish our local runners the best job out there, and good luck to them. Linda Ong tonight. Thanks. These people in